everybody, it's time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
Hey everybody, welcome to Anime Jam Session, episode number 574. We are that podcast talks about anime, games, conventions, the fandom, geek stuff, and everything in between. I'm DJ Ranma S.
I'm Ari Rockefeller.
And I am Mako-chan.
And this time around, the audio is fixed. I know we ran into some issues 2 weeks ago. That's because I assumed everything was set the way it was, but with some troubleshooting and some playback, we got it. So if there's an issue with our audio, one of us is being too soft, let me know, and I can actually do proper adjustments on the fly. That's a shocker.
Yeah, you're sounding a little tinny again.
Jesus. All right. How does that sound? How's that?
No, it sounds like you're peaking.
All right, hold on here. I'm going to adjust. Okay, relax. All right. I am going to bring my microphone down to. I'm going to bring it down to 20. How does that sound? Am I still peaking? Let me know if I am or not.
That sounds good.
All right.
No, it sounds much better.
Okay, great. And I am going to adjust the threshold. Okay, so for those of you who are new or missed our return podcast from the beginning of the month, I retired my large Allen & Heath studio mixer, which was taking up a lot of value real estate space, and I went out and I got this, and I can't find the box at the moment. Actually, the box is back there, and I'm not going to go digging for it, but I got the AverMedia Live Streamer Nexus. It's a mixer and a stream deck all rolled into one. Think of it as a stream deck with the Elgato Wave 3 all put together with all the extra software. That's basically what that is, with inputs for consoles, and you can have like a virtual feed through line and so forth. My main goal was to streamline a lot of the audio, because if you remember the older episodes, I was running the audio out from a second sound card for all the music, and I kind of wanted to get rid of that, so which I did, and I think we're golden. So, and I appreciate Mako and Total Sapphic Panic for letting me know I'm peaking. I set the microphone back to the default, so I think we can rock and roll. I think we're going to have a good show tonight. So, how is everybody doing tonight?
I'm tired.
You want to know something?
I'm always tired?
Well, not that. I understand that feeling. And I'll tell you why when we get into our week and day momentarily. So, anywho, just so you know, we are live tonight, week of January 24th, 2023, right here on Twitch TV. We're here live Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 Eastern Time. You can always find us here at Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session. And we're proud to be part of the Voice of Geeks Network at vognetwork.com. And they're also here on Twitch as well. You can find them at Twitch TV/vognetwork. They stream live on Sundays with the Bobby Blackwolf Show at 8, followed by Orange Lounge Radio at 9. And we have a Discord. You can find us at vognetwork.com/Discord, where every show that's part of the Voice of Geeks Network has their own dedicated channel. So come through, hang out, and have a good time. But the pool is officially closed. It should reopen sometime in April or May. Depends on when Drew Nami comes back. Provided I promise him with a new joke book, which I'm not going to, because his jokes are really bad. I mean, you think dad jokes are terrible?
Yes.
His are far, far worse. You'll be damn it barbing from start to finish. So, anywho, let's get the show going. So, let's kick things off with, how was your week? How was your day, Ari?
Well, I've been really run down in the past, week or so, like especially since, last time I was on. And
right.
something like I did like, did I mention I had joined a gym?
I saw you post about that.
Yeah, but I actually did join a a, a really nice one actually. It's
Yeah.
got, and it's a little pricey, but you get things like huge ass weight rooms, nice big pool with a huge hot tub with it, personal training, all sorts of different classes and whatnot. And even like starting off, I get a handful of
Mm-hmm.
personal training sessions. And from there, once they run their course, I can see if I wanted to, you know, sign up for more or what.
Well, something. I truly wish you the best on this endeavor because I've done 2 runs at the gym back in 2015, 2016 when I worked at Microsoft, and I was going like 5, 6 times a day. I didn't consider myself a gym rat. I just went
Well,
in.
a week, I guess.
Yeah, so as I said, 5, 6 times a week. I'm sorry. So I would go and work out and then go to work or go home. I just really enjoyed it. I just felt it. The thing is, I bought myself a separate pair of headphones because I saw people in there with $300 and $400 headphones. I'm just like, no, I will lose my proverbial.
Yeah.
I'll lose
That,
my proverbial crap if I go in with my expensive headphones and they come flying off while I'm working. Nah.
like, I don't even bring my cell phone with me when I'm working out.
Actually, I bring mine because I need music while I'm on the machines. That's the
Uh,
only reason.
let's see, where else would I? But yeah, like the last time I actually went to a gym, I was doing okay for a little bit while, but then the plague happened, and I kind of fell off with that place.
Yeah. Oh,
And then I had all sorts of different health issues, including when I in the past summer when I blew out my ankle,
mm-hmm.
and even like walking around is painful. But
Well,
I'm sticking with it. The plan is to go to the gym every other day, either before or after work, depending on when I'm scheduled.
yeah.
I know, like, and honestly, you've seen me. Even if I were to cut my body weight in half, I would still be considered fat. So
No.
that's the kind of thing I'm shooting for.
Well, look, you're gonna get there. I'm proud of you for going at it because I did another attempt with the whole gym trainer. That was just a giant hot mess because my trainer wasn't even there a third of the time I went. So I was like, I'm spending this much money on this. No. And I'll get into that, when it comes around to my turn. But anywho, Ari, we're all proud of you. We believe in you. You got this.
Also, something else I like when I was just like waiting for my turn to speak to pop up. There's going to be another Creator Clash event.
Mm.
Uh, Creator around this, like, I think like spring last year, they got a bunch of YouTube personalities and content creators to into amateur boxing fights.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I just saw another one for like, oh, they're doing it again, and I was running down the lineup, and a couple of guys I never heard of, like iDubbbz. No,
I've heard of iDubbbz. Yeah.
yeah. The semi-main event is Johnny Nitro or John Morris or whatever you
Yeah.
call him, and he's going up against Harley from Epic Mealtime.
Oh boy.
Yeah, last year Harley went up against Aaron Hansen, Ego Raptor from Game Grumps, and he just ran right through him.
I would say let me know when Logan Paul or his brother's up there, but let's be real. As much as we hate them, they're gonna roll up in there and whoop everybody's ass. Yeah. Anywho, enough about that.
But yeah, that's just something interesting that I had seen.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Mako-chan,
So yeah, that's how things have been going for me.
Mako-chan, how was your week? How was your day?
Kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I ended up going home early last Tuesday from work because I wasn't feeling well.
Mm-hmm.
Took a nap when I got home. and basically woke up and felt even worse.
Hmm?
And then was basically sick until about 4 or 5 a.m. Wednesday. So, yeah, just relaxed in bed for the rest of the week, basically. And yeah, now I'm just like, okay, well, now I have shit to do because I have to get the house ready for construction.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's really it. I haven't really done anything. I'm just now scrambling because I have to have the house presentable. One thing because
Yeah.
is coming. The opening between that first room and my living room that
Mm-hmm.
has the curtain up,
Yeah, yeah.
that's getting a real door.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's neat.
so yeah, that's gonna occur in the next week or two. Uh, so I have to have that entire area decluttered and cleaned for whoever happens to be coming in to measure everything.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I'm just, I hate cleaning, and that's just not the thing I like to do when I come home from work, but I have no choice but to do it.
Gotcha. I totally get that.
On the other hand, because I am doing Factor, I have a shit ton of ice packs that I have no idea what to do with. I'm
Ice packs.
Yeah, the
Sure.
Factor meals are you basically get once a week shipped cooked meals.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
So, yeah.
You don't get to recycle them, or they're not biodegradable, or whatever.
Well, you can cut them open. The inside is biodegradable and the outside is recyclable.
Hmm.
Except that it's a really good ice pack, so I feel really shitty doing that. But
Well,
like,
you save as many as you need, and then just give away the rest.
well, I already have one in my freezer when I was doing HelloFresh
Mm-hmm.
because it's the same company. Just one is you have to cook the meal, and the other one is they cook it for you. So, I had a couple when I was doing HelloFresh, and I now get 3 per week.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a little bit crazy, and I as I said, they're really good ice packs, so I feel horrible actually cutting into them and you know getting rid of them that way. So I'm
Right.
trying to find people that want them that live locally that I can drop them off because I right now they're just sitting on my living room floor, and there's 15 of them.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't mind taking one, and I just have to actually swing by and be in the neighborhood sometime. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm still doing Factor, so I will get another 3
So, so,
every week
so
for
these
the
are so
four
these are
weeks.
so these are straight up like microwavable meals.
Yeah,
I might have to look into that, and I'll get into that just a bit. So as you were saying.
yeah, I really enjoy it because I'm not eating out as much because all I have to do is pop it in the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really good. It's really good food. But yeah, I mean that's basically it. I'm just trying to get the house together now, and I freaking hate it.
Yeah. No,
But
I
the
feel
only
you.
thing going through my head is once this is all done and once everything is all fixed, I can actually start working in that room and have my bar and lounge.
Mm.
And that's the
Mako's.
only thing that keeps me going.
So we need a neon sign right there that says Mako's Bar and Lounge, and you need a little speaker there playing like cheesy 80s vaporware music coming off of a speaker on the bar.
No, it's my bar and lounge is going to be called Loki's Den.
Of course it is.
I
Will there,
have a couple of neon signs already.
will there be a palm tree?
Yes.
I
That
know
is
a place
on
where you can
portion.
where you can get custom neon signs.
I will want to look into that because I definitely want a neon sign that says Loki's Den on it.
Well, if I find the link again, I'll drop it to you.
Okay. But yeah, so I'm just trying to get everything done, and the only thing going through my head is once this is done and that room is done, I can have everybody come over and see the house and hang out and you know, it's just a pain in the ass.
But the payoff will be worth it.
It will be. It's just getting to that point is a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So my weekend day is basically has been work, but without name dropping. I had a friend come hang out with me last week for a few days. Now I had told her to come this week, but somehow in the conversation she thought I meant this last week. So that's all fine, good and dandy. And with the two of us sharing my bed, I could not properly sleep. So I'm dragging ass at work for like 2-3 days. And she complains about the snoring. And I'm just like, I can't help that. Then again, she did record me once and threw that in my face because she was scared I was going to die. And I was like more offended that she did that. And the reason why I mentioned about the factor meals is that through work, I don't really grocery shop anymore. It's just that work caters for us. And there's always leftovers. I realized I meant to pick up a thing of beef lo mein, but oh well. And I always grab a second lunch to take home for dinner. It's that's what I do. So I brought home some extra meals, and she kind of complained about the food. And I'm like, well, you didn't give me time to grocery shop. And she knows this. So, that was just quite an interesting Now, as for the follow up with the reason why we didn't do a show last week, like I've always said, we do this for fun. We do this on a volunteer basis. So if other priorities come up like work or health or family, something like that, in my book, that takes a higher priority. And what I will do, I will try to find somebody who can sub in. Usually I will ask Barry Mellon if they can come on the show. But due to her work schedule, they can only come on once a month, which I'm perfectly okay with. If I had enough time in advance, they could probably been on last week. But Ari had to do some OT, or you had a different work schedule, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he couldn't make it. And as Mako said during her weekend day, she got sick at work. And when I saw that she went home 2 hours early, I straight up said right off the bat, yeah, I'm canceling the show. Because I knew right then and there. I'm also like, I will not go home from work early unless I truly have to. And if you go home work from early because you're sick, then yeah, cancel that. And that was to me the most amount of sense to do. So that will happen from time to time. So whenever you see like, oh, no show tonight, we'll be back next week, usually means someone has to work and the other person is sick or vice versa, something like that. And, I don't think y'all want to deal with me for like 90 straight minutes. So why put y'all through the torture? Also on that, I am putting together a DDR PC for my friend Matt, because he has a DDR third mix machine in his house, and it's connected to a 10-plus-year-old computer that's running Stepmania, and that's just a lot. So so they updated it to OmniMix, and it was kind of lagging a bit, but they got it up and running. So I have older parts here, so I'm in the process of putting together a build for him. So I think the next time we're getting together for one of his parties is next month. So I do hope that I have it ready for him by then. If not, I found out he works a couple of blocks from where I am, so I'll just bring the machine into work, and when he comes by, I'll be like, yo, come get this. So that's basically been our weekend day. So now we're going to get into housekeeping. That thing will go forward, which, Let's see. Hold on here. Let me get this on the proper setting. There we go. All right. It should have rotated. There we go. All right, so here's the thing. On a Stream Deck, making the articles go up and down is pretty simple. On the Nexus, it interprets the links differently, so I have to put in extra commands to make sure that it goes forward and backwards and all that craziness. So, good times. So let's see. We'll get you some housekeeping. Don't forget, episodes of Anime Jam Session are available on YouTube around Thursdays at 12 noon. Just go to youtube.com/Anime Jam Session. Click on playlists and you'll see podcast VODs. That'll be all the podcasts from this year. You'll also see podcast 2022 and 2021 for prior year episodes. If you want to check out some of the stuff from the cool archive there. And I'm proud to say that our first convention is coming up in a couple of months. So we will be at ZenkaiCon 2023 in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I believe March 23rd to the 25th, something like that. This year's theme is medieval, so I'm going to probably track down like a black mage style outfit to walk around in. I'm also going to find a Jesus outfit to wear at night as well. So I'm seriously thinking about that. I just walk around with a bottle of water, let people assume what it is,
Yeah.
But that's coming up. We're going to be doing that. And Kagome 1488 says bring Afro Priest Garter Belt. Oh yeah, Garter Belt will be there. So that will definitely be there. Let's see what else is going on. I also want to refer back to earlier in the show during our weekend day, we had a level 1 hype train come in. So to everybody that threw bits and subscribed to the channel, thank you very much. We really appreciate that. You guys and gals and non-binary dude peeps are awesome. We appreciate that. We could not do this show without y'all. And as I said before, all that money that comes in, it pays for the website. It pays for just the hardware for the site to keep it going. And if there's any left over, it goes in Mako or Ari's car for gas. So, because gas ain't cheap. Have you seen the price of eggs?
Yeah, and I'm a little more forgiving of it after I learned the reason why it's got so bad, but it still sucks.
I mean, everybody's talking about the price of eggs. I've been complaining about the price of eggs for the last year or so when Target was selling a dozen for $4.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
I know. Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, yeah, avian flu is what's killing it.
At least we know the reason behind it. So, anywho, moving right along, we're gonna go ahead and go to Geek Roundtable. This is the part of the show where we talk more about the geekier aspects of our life. So, what you got for us this week, Ari?
I wanted to show this off.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I got last night. I know it's just a drink cup,
Right.
collector cup from the Wells Fargo Center, but
Mm-hmm.
the reason I was there last night was because I had gotten tickets to Raw 30th. Like Raw is XXX.
I totally forgot about that. I'm probably gonna rewatch it on Peacock later.
And honestly, I was just so disconnected from everything, and I haven't watched like WWE in for major stretches for a long time, and well, the seats were quite a bit uncomfortable under normal circumstances, but I was also right up. Like our seats were right up against the guardrail.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was especially stuffed in there like a sardine, and my knees were killing me even more than usual.
Mm-hmm.
So, and leaving the Wells Fargo Center, it took us over 20 minutes to get out of the parking lot.
Doesn't surprise me in the least.
So I ended up getting home a little bit after midnight, got about 4 hours of sleep, and dragged my ass to work. And when I was driving home, I kept nodding off at the wheel like that every 5-10 minutes. It was chaotic.
At least you made it home in one piece. And that's all, and that's what we really care about. Now I'm suddenly reminded of the fact that on the 8th floor of a pantry, there are energy drinks in the fridge.
I can't do energy drinks and stuff like that.
It's more. It's not as bad as like the ones that you see out there. It's more the natural ones. I've had them. They're okay.
But yeah, that's my little piece of geekiness.
All right, Mako-chan, what is that you're sharing off for us today?
Tina.
From
Turner.
Tina Turner, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I like the. I'm looking at it in the Skype window. It's like cutting off the head and the knees.
No, I got you. I just knew who it was because I have the same one.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I showed it off on the show a few weeks back.
You probably did. Yeah. I'm starting to show off the crap that I got for the holidays. Yeah, I believe I got 12 new pop figures for Christmas.
Jesus Christ, woman.
Damn.
Yeah, well, you got me one, and Dee got me one, and my mother got me 10. Like, that was my huge Christmas gift from, she knows me. So got my Tina Turner Barbie doll, and then I got 10 pop figures.
So you'd be walking into Mako-chan's house of Funko Pops and pancakes.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there is a reason why I have the shelves around my living room with almost nothing but pop figures at this point.
Yeah, Snap and Crackle must be salty as F.
Hey-o!
All right, so would you believe one of my figurines got lost in the mail?
No, when did that happen?
Only one of your figurines out of all the ones you've purchased?
Yeah, because check this out. Because it was delivered by the Postal Service and it was coming out of their American warehouse. So I didn't realize this until maybe about a week ago. So I ordered a Bakugo figure from Otaku Mode. And I missed the email and all that it came through. And the day that it was delivered, I was at the post office dropping off packages. And when I came back, there was nothing on my front porch. And I remember that. And I didn't realize this until I saw something on Otaku Mode I wanted to pre-order. I'm like, I think I already pre-ordered it. And I go through the list. And I'm just like, and I see it right there. So now I have a claim open on this. And I'm just like, I would just be appreciative of just getting the cash back for it. Otaku Mode is working with me, seeing they could do something for me. I'm just like, I appreciate that, And but I will say, because of like shipping of figurines coming out of Japan, I've been getting more notifications of the stuff I've been pre-ordering are starting to make their way in. One day I come home from work, I see 3 boxes from Otaku Mode at my doorstep. Now, you're probably thinking, how did those not get stolen, but the other one did? Again, if it's coming from the Postal Service, I'm like, there's a 50-50 chance. Everything from Otaku Mode that I generally order either comes via DHL or FedEx, and most of the time they will deliver it to the steps to my basement apartment. I would like to see the all postal services do what Amazon does. When it shows up, they take a picture and they send it to you. That I would be, appreciative of that. But anywho, I picked up this figure of Amelia from ReZero. This is the Memory Snow version figurine. I'm gonna try to put it over here so you can kind of see how it looks. And as y'all generally know, I am a stan for Rem. But this was one of the few Amelia figurines I saw that I really, really like, so I went out and picked that up. Now, as Kagome428 says, I know UPS has informed delivery. Yeah, but there's a catch to that. Not every address works with informed delivery. But if you have an account and you do shipping stuff, you can track stuff that you shipped out. Not everything coming to you, you will know through informed delivery. The best you can do is like copy paste stuff that's being shipped to you and you put it in your account, and maybe, just maybe, they'll ship. You'll be able to track it. Now, another thing I'm going to show off. Now, we've talked about this on the show previous times about the Sailor Moon themed sparkling waters out of Taiwan. Well, sitting right here is the Sailor Moon flavored water, a sparkling water, Ocean Bomb. This is pomelo flavored. Yes. Through a friend of mine, I found out one of the Asian supermarkets by me had it. So I went down and basically bought one of every senshi, five extras of Venus for obvious reasons. That and it is mango flavored, and mango is one of my favorite flavors. So what I'm going to do on the show, I'm going to crack open one of each flavor and drink it and let you know what I think of it. They didn't have the outer senshi yet, but I will be checking that store later because I found out there's another store closer to me and cheaper that has them. And don't worry, Mako, I got you 2 Jupiter Ocean Bombs.
Awesome, thank you.
What about the Mercury ones? I haven't seen those in my area.
It's in the fridge. I haven't cracked it open yet, so you know. But what was cool was I did find when I was in there, I did find the Chun-Li one, and it's sparkling tea.
Interesting.
Yeah. I actually believe these aren't quote-unquote imported because, number one, there is an American label on these. And secondly, you can see on the top that it's up for recycling, you know? I mean, for the deposit. So I have a feeling that there's either they can it up like that out of Taiwan and ship it over, or they do it here. Either or. It's just pretty cool. So, you know.
It would probably be cheaper for them to license through one of the soda makers here.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not be surprised if it is, you know, coming out of a subsidiary of Coke or Pepsi.
Well, it doesn't say, but anything's plausible. It's actually, yeah, well, I will say the ones I'm getting is being imported straight into Brooklyn from where it is, but I don't see anything about that. But you know, it's all good as long as I'm able to get them for as long as I can. All right, so now we
something thirst joke.
Something like that. So let's go ahead. Let's see how this tastes. The pomelo. Actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. To me, I kind of like these more because it's more of a fruit flavor than the actual seltzer. It's like when you buy store brand Walmart seltzer. I mean, sparkling water. Anywho, let's go ahead. Let's get into tonight's rundown. We are going to talk about. Wait, we went too far. We got to go back one. Let's see. There we go. And as Total Sapphic Panic says in our chat room here at Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session, when I get thirsty, I drink frothy, cheesy, salty water from a Vaporeon. What? It's a themed drink.
I know, but the phrasing it has is a little circumspect.
Potato. Anywho, we're going to talk about the 2023 Anime Awards. And every year, these awards are mirrored in controversy because it always boils down to the fact that best anime of the year, it's either it should have been this title, should have been that title should not have been nominated, and so forth. So, And I will say, for somebody who doesn't watch a lot of anime, I watched a lot of anime in 2022. So I will be voting later on this, but I want to go through the nominations for the different titles and so forth, and I'll go through this pretty quickly and throw in, well, my thoughts on this. So, first things first, I don't know why they have it at the top, but they have already up there Anime of the Year. The nominees are Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, which is being split again, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Entertainment District Arc, Lycoris Recoil, Ranking of Kings Core 2, Spy Family. Personally, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Demon Slayer, Lycoris Recoil, Spy Family. Any of those 4 win, I'm happy. The others, I didn't watch it, so I have no opinion of those. Best Original Anime, Birdie Wing, Golf Girl Story, Healer Girl, Lycoris Recoil, The Orbital Children, Vampire in the Garden, Yurei Deco. My money is on Lycoris Recoil. That's really good. Best Character Design, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Demon Slayer, Entertainment District Arc, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean, My Dress Up Darling, Ranking of Kings Core 2, and Spy Family. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Demon Slayer, even though I didn't see Stone Ocean, I do like the character designs. My Dress Up Darling, and Spy Family. So I'm kind of happy about any of those. Best Animation, Akebi School Uniform, Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Entertainment District Arc, Ranking of Kings, Spy Family. My picks would be Demon Slayer and Spy Family. And Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Best New Series, Call of the Night, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Lycoris Recoil, My Dress Up Darling, Spy Family, your boy Conming. You know, just give me a D6 on that and just let it ride. Just let it ride. Because I can't believe I watched all of those. I will say, out of those 6 personally, if I had to recommend one for anybody to watch right off the bat, it would probably have to be Spy Family. So, followed by your boy Conming. Best Continuing Series, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Kaguya-sama Love is War, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Made in Abyss, and darker One Piece. Technically, Boruto should be there, but since, you know, my money is on Demon Slayer and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Best Opening Sequence, Cheeky Cheeky Bon Bon, performed by Queendom for your boy Conming. Mixed Nuts, performed by Official Hige Dandism, Spy Family. Naked Hero, performed by Vondi, Ranking of Kings, Core 2. The Rumbling, performed by Sim, Attack on Titan, Final Season Part 2. This Fire, performed by Franz Ferdinand, Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Zankyo Sanka, performed by Aimer, Demon Slayer. Your boy Conming, the opening set is really good. I really enjoyed that a lot. Mixed Nuts, I'm a fan of Hige Dandism. You know, I like that. And it's Franz Ferdinand for Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and I have to say, the opening of Demon Slayer, that was pretty boss. So the music was pretty boss. Best Ending Sequence. You know what? Given the time, I'm just going to finish running off the rest of them here. You got Best Ending Sequence, Best Score, Best Film, Best Anime Song, Best Director, Best Main Character, Best Supporting Character, Must Protect at All Costs Character. Okay, I got to read this one off. Anya Forger, Spy Family. Boji.
Oh, yeah.
Boji, Ranking of Kings, Core 2. Kage, Ranking of Kings, Core 2. Komi Shoko, Komi Can't Communicate. Kotaro,
Yeah, Kobe.
Kotaro Sato, Kotaro Lives Alone. Marin Kitagawa, My Dress Up Darling. If Komi Shoko doesn't win that, we will riot. Come on. Komi Shoko is precious and must be protected at all costs. We also have Best Action, best comedy, best drama, best fantasy, best romance, best VA Japanese VA performance, best English voice acting performance. And you can,
Oh, this is gonna cause so much pain.
well, I will say, given that whole Vic drama and nobody involved in that is listed as a nomination, we ain't got shit to worry about. We really don't. And if you want to go ahead and vote, you can head on over to crunchyroll.com, and information is right there on their official website. I may have to go back in and like creep through the comments and be like, who's saying something stupid now? So anyway. Let's see. The next one up is for you, Ari. And yes, I will. I have to remember to set a schedule to go grab tickets for this.
Yeah. Rica Matsumoto is attending an event in New York City. Carnegie Hall's official website states that voice actress Rica Matsumoto will attend the New in Japan Foreign Cultural Inter-Exchange event at the Wheel Recital Hall on February 20th. KK Chan Maki is organizing the event promoting intercultural communication. The event will also feature Pokemon songs, a Japanese sword dance, traditional dancing, kimono show, and guest appearances by New York performers. Matsumoto is perhaps best known as the voice of Satoshi, Ash Ketchum. She has also performed many of the songs for the Pokemon anime films and series. She's also one of the founding members of Jam Project.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Matsumoto also has voice roles in such anime as Yu-Gi-Oh!, You're Under Arrest, Outlaw Star, among others. The event will take place from 2 to 3:30 EST. Tickets to the event are available free of charge at Carnegie Hall's box office.
And I work right across the street from Carnegie Hall, so
I'd love to meet her.
I've never met her, but I did see her perform back in 2007 at Otakon. I think it was 2007.
Yeah, fucking Jam Project is amazing.
Yes, they are. Okay, next up.
And the dream would be to have her sign the other lapel of my original Ash cosplay, but right now that's still in a box frame that I haven't put up.
Well, if she makes her way to the East Coast, you know what has to be done.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, we're going to talk about a streaming service that's going the way of the dodo bird. So,
Oh yeah, that's me.
yeah. The funny thing is, I had never heard of this streaming service either.
I hadn't either,
Mhm.
but then again, it is a Japanese streaming service. For those of you that may use VPN in order to get some of your Japanese anime, it looks like the streaming service of GYAO, at least I think that's how it's pronounced, GYAO. They announced on Monday that their service is shutting down on March 31st. And at that time, I guess their online store is also going to be shutting down.
That sucks.
So the streaming service launched in Japan in September 2009 after combining the Yusin managed GYAO and Yahoo Japan managed Yahoo Yoga services. There was no membership registration required to view the videos, and they had movies, live action shows, variety shows, anime, and music. Latest episodes that aired on television were also able to watch for free until at least the next episode aired. So, I mean, we have a lot of these types of streaming services here, but again, this is kind of a big thing that's going away in Japan. Japan is very much for physical media anyway. They are only just now really starting to get into streaming media. So it
Mhm.
doesn't surprise me that some of the earlier streaming media sites are going away, probably because others are coming in and doing it better, or maybe they have better integration or, something like that. So it doesn't surprise me, but at the same time, it does.
I mean, you do have Netflix in Japan and other streaming services, but what I'm thinking is like I don't know about depending on who your cable provider is. I have Verizon, and there is a channel for Netflix. You go to that channel, you log into your account, and there is a channel for Netflix. And I think when you have something like that as part of a set top box, I think it kind of makes it easier. Maybe there wasn't enough advertising ads being shown during the animes and the movies and stuff that because like I mean here you have Tubi TV, Pluto TV, and these are free, but they have a lot of ads. Sometimes they'll show the entire program and then just put the ads at the end. If you buy a smart TV like an LG or a Samsung, there are channels right there. All you got to do is put it on the internet and that's it. If you have a Fire Stick, Freevee is another service right then and there. We didn't get a chance to talk about it last week because we weren't here, but Pluto TV Canada opened up a Lupin the Third streaming channel.
Yeah, there's like something like 157 hours worth
Mm-hmm.
of Lupin. So all they
Yeah,
do is play Lupin.
yeah. I mean, hell, you go on Pluto TV, you can find the Bob Ross channel.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a One Piece channel. There is a dedicated Naruto channel. There is a dedicated Saint Seiya channel. Hell, there is a channel called Pluto TV called After School Tunes. It's all the cartoons we watched growing up that we would run home to watch after school, or we watch early in the morning before school. And I think what it does is just the advertising revenue coming in. Because honestly, on regular television, a 30-minute show has about 7 minutes of commercials. You watch something ad-based, you're going to probably look at no more than 3 minutes of commercials per episode, which is not so bad. Still 3 minutes too many for me, but hey.
I hear you.
You get what you pay for. All right. So we always talk about, how, about the pets that we have. So, and we've probably told stories about some of the things our pets have done that made us go, WTF. In this case, a YouTuber's fish revealed the YouTuber's credit card information. I mean, I've heard of fish playing Pokemon, but this is a little bit too much. So there is a YouTuber by the name of Mute Kimaru. And we were just talking about, I was just mentioning this. He's known for having his pet fish play Pokemon in live streams. Now, they went viral again this week for something that's more outlandish. More outlandish than beating a Pokemon game without any opposable thumbs. During a stream of Pokemon Violet, an unexpected error caused the fish to leave the game and enter the Nintendo eShop, where they not only revealed the owner's credit card information, they purchased 500 yen. Mute Kimaru, also known as Maurice, had set up a system to allow his Siamese fighting fish, better known as betas, to play the game. Mute Kimaru had his tank divided up into different sections designated as Nintendo Switch controllers, left, right, up, down, A, and B. A camera was set to track the fish's movements into inputs as it swam around various sections of its tank. So far, the fish have played for 20,000 hours and entered the Hall of Fame and 6 Pokemon titles without a hitch. Back in 2020, they even discovered a hit her to unreported glitch in Pokemon Sapphire and discovered another in Pokemon Sword last July. But however, the fish might actually be too intelligent for their own good, because after that unexpected error during the Pokemon Violet stream, which caused the game to close, the fish ended up in control of the Switch's home menu. First, they changed their name from Mutakimaru to Rawa Gensai. Then they accessed the Nintendo eShop and started causing havoc, using Mutakimaru's credit card to add 500 yen to his eShop balance. After looking at the Minecraft eShop page, the fish accessed Nintendo Switch Online and spent some of his points. Then they decided to call it a day and put the Switch on sleep mode. Wow.
This is a smart ass fish.
If it was a cat, that would be Cassie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Damien is too lazy to do anything.
Exactly.
He would put his paw on the controller and and just lay right there.
Yeah, if I'm actually if I'm actually something like playing a game or something, if I put the controller down, he will go over to the controller, try and block me from getting it again because I'm paying attention to something other than him. Cassie, on the other hand, will start clawing at me to pay attention to her. So I could definitely see her doing something like this. Like, bitch, you don't want to pay attention to me? That's fine. I'll just spend all your money myself.
And Bonzo06 just showed up and was like, stop. Am I hearing the fish went on a shopping spree? Followed up by Kagami1488, who says, ain't no magic carp. Carp. Wow. And Mutakimaru posted this on Twitter, and the tweet went viral, accruing over 20,000 retweets. What a way to cap off the fish playing Pokemon saga. Back in December, Mutakimaru announced in a video that the streams will end after the current Pokemon Violet run because the fish will be moving to his parents' house. He will still visit his pets regularly, but the YouTube channel will continue under a different format. I think that's kind of cool. Really cool. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let's see. All right. Mako, your fandom.
Yeah, well, it's my fandom, but also kind of yours.
It is, but at the same time, it's not. I mean, I like it. I don't mind it, you know?
Yeah, so it seems that there is a new collaboration. So in a shocking turn of events, the anime Yuseda Yatsura is teaming up with Coca-Cola Japan's Georgia Coffee for a collaboration campaign that includes a 15-second TV spot featuring the voice actress reprising her role as the invading alien princess from the romantic comedy series. In addition to the TV spot, the collaboration also includes an official webpage and a rewards campaign where customers can accumulate points by purchasing Georgia Coffee products and trade them in for a chance to win character goods through lottery-style drawings. I actually went onto the website just to see what's there. And it's cups, I guess. But
yeah.
From what I'm seeing, one of, I guess, the top prizes that you can get are earbuds, which is kind of cool. I mean, I can't tell if it's just the case or if it's a case with the characters and the earbuds. But what I'm kind of really wanting, and unfortunately we don't have line here, there are line little character thingies.
I mean, there is line here, but it's not the same cool stuff you'd get.
Yeah, I mean it's like the little Facebook little stickers.
Yeah.
That's what line uses. And these are all lum and they're cute and I want them, but it wouldn't work on anything that I own.
I'm really hoping
That sucks.
I'm really hoping the ratings for Urusei Yatsura is enough for them to not just do another season, but to greenlight a new Ranma 1/2 series.
I would not be surprised. I mean, now you're looking at, new Sailor Moon. You're looking at new uh uh what else is being done?
Tenchi
Uh,
Muyo.
yeah. Well, that's not technically a I mean, it is, but
It's just
nobody
it's another series, but nobody asked for GXP.
but I mean, you've got Sailor Moon, you've
Mm-hmm.
got Trigon,
Yep.
um, you've got this now, and I would not be surprised if they start doing this with a lot of the older series because one, they can update the art
Yep.
style, but two, doing this gets the other countries that may not have gotten the original
Mm-hmm.
series
Oh yeah,
to
Bastard as well.
into these series now. So
Yeah.
I really would not be surprised if all of those early 80s and 90s and 70s series,
Mm-hmm.
once they hit a certain milestone, oh, it's the 30th anniversary, here's a new anime. I would not be surprised if more of that happens just because they are bringing it one to a new generation, but
Yep.
they're also bringing it to the generation that might not have gotten the original like Japan got the original.
And one more thing, Mako.
Hmm.
No filler reps.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I
Took you
don't.
a moment for that one.
Yeah, I don't necessarily mind filler apps as long as the filler is good.
If there are filler to flush out chapters and so forth, that's fine. If it helps for character or plot development, sure. No?
Usually the filler is bad in both, plot and art quality.
Yeah, because
Well,
it caught up to the manga and they need to buy time.
Well, something like Bleach. Some of those filler episodes from Bleach were actually little omake drawings that were in the manga of like Ichigo's sisters and other characters that might not have been prevalent at that specific time. So they are technically filler, but they are original comics from the creator. So I think something like
Mhm.
that, because a lot of these manga do have little drawings like that. If they do filler like that, I don't mind that at all.
Works for me. And now the last story of the night before Ari has to get out of here.
All right, let me bring it up because I had to open a different browser and turning on agreeing to turn on ads so I can actually see the pictures is that was a mistake.
Or you go into private mode where
I'll
private
remember that
browser.
for next time.
Yeah, private browser window, that'll work.
Anyway, Japan has a real-world One Piece fitness gym where you can pump pump giant manga meat.
Hmm.
That doesn't sound dirty at all. Japan has a lot of anime-themed cafes these days, each of which has a lineup of tempting food and drink. And there's now an anime-themed gym right in the heart of Tokyo. One Piece Fitness Bragman began welcoming exerciser on January 13th to its gym in the Shibuya neighborhood. This isn't some temporary fitness fair with One Piece theming to gently encourage kids to be more physically active. It's a permanent full-on gym for adults with a full array of rates, machines, classes, and personal trainers. The One Piece connection is front and center. Aside from the manga art on the walls, many of the classes draw inspiration from the long-running series. Group lesson options include hockey, projector combat, alabaster belly dance, pirate pilates, and marine yoga. Even some of the workout equipment has a One Piece motif, like the Shanks weight vest, a weighted garment that has the mark of the red-haired pirates. The most eye-catching of all, though, has to be the meat barbell, which is shaped like a giant hunk of meat on a bone, just how Luffy likes it. The meat barbell is something you won't be able to find at any other gym. And the One Piece gym tracks your fitness progress, and when you reach certain milestones, you're given an upgraded pirate rank, progressing through titles such as Fugitive marked by the Marines to Standard Pirate Crew Member and beyond. Your points include a numerical measure of overall fitness that's designated as your quote-unquote bounty. It also has an attached cafe serving nutritious high-protein meal boxes, and even non-gym members can go and get orders there. Gyms in general aren't cheap in Japan, and One Piece Fitness Bragman's location is one of the busiest parts of downtown Tokyo, and it costs an extra premium with monthly memberships starting at about 15,400 yen. That's $119 US.
Okay, hold up.
That's way too expensive.
All right, no, I think that's expensive yet reasonably priced compared to some of the gyms here in the U.S.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if it's a themed gym like this, shut up and take my money. If they open up the Ranma one have anything goes school of martial arts gym workout and it's $120 a month, where do you think I will be? I'll be giving them my credit card every month.
Well, that was fun, guys, but I have to get out of here for now. I still have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
We do not envy you, but we sure as hell respect you.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
You got it, Ari. See you next week.
Bye.
All right, let me go ahead and bring this in here, and let me go ahead and turn that off. All right. I normally have like a little game over sign there, but I didn't put it in the source list. I'll take care of that next week or after the show. Kagome428 says, "Where's Vegeta and Goku?" I mean, there are like, you can get anime themed shirts that says, you know, Vegeta's gym or Goku's gym, and they're holding like 5,000-pound barbells, you know?
Yeah, I've seen them on the boardwalk.
Mm-hmm. And those are the bootleg ones.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's actually, I know there's Sailor Moon themed ones too, so.
I've seen those too.
I keep forgetting to get one for my friend, Kelly. She's a big Mars fan. I want to get her the tank shirt that says Mars workout crew, something like that. That'd be perfect for her. But anywho, now that we got that out the way, we're going to get into the part of the show that y'all really hang out for and really enjoy. And that's Meanwhile in Japan. And let's see what we got here. I will take the first story.
I'm going to take the second one.
I knew you'd take the second one. You're such a perv.
I have no idea how much I want these.
My friend Andy, they're really into celopods and so forth. I posted that on their wall. All right, so we talked about this a while back about Tropicana being fined for their 100% melon juice, which they say it's 100% melon juice, but with only 2% melon juice. And I kind of want to taste that. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm planning to go to Japan at the end of the year. But back in September of last year, the popular juice brand Tropicana was pulled into the spotlight in Japan over a considerable bit of deceptive marketing. Right. Here we go. Let me know if that's not too loud. The matter was Tropicana's 100% whole fruit melon taste, which you might assume is made of 100% melon by the name. In fact, you might even assume that from the carton on which the melon is clearly visible, and phrases such as 100% melon taste are printed. But upon closer inspection, it only says on there 2% actual melon juice blended with 98% apple, grape, and banana juices. With this realization, you might then notice that there was a slice of apple, a bunch of grapes, and a banana on the carton, albeit fairly well camouflaged among the melon. That's wild. So by the time the news broke of this, the Consumer Affairs Agency of Japan had already warned Tropicana's licensee Kirin Beverage to stop misleading the packages. They complied and redesigned the cartons, more prominently displaying the apples and grapes, and by replacing the phrase like 100% melon taste with 100% fruit juice. However, it appears that the Consumer Affairs Agency wasn't quite done with Kirin, and on January 18th, ordered the beverage maker to pay a fine of 19,150,000 yen, which translates to $148,000, for violating the Act Against Unjustifiable Premiums and Misleading Representations. The figure was arrived by calculating the sales of the product between June of 2020 and April 2022, when the original package was in use. According to the Truth in Advertising law, the fine should be 3% of that amount, or to put it another way, 1% more than the amount of actual melon juice in the drink. Wow. When news of the fine was reported, online commenters were surprised that Kirin had even gotten away with it for as long as they did. On the other hand, some comments came out in defense of the drink, saying that consumers should be more aware of what they're buying. Comments such as, "To be fair, they never did say 100% melon juice. At least give us 50%. It looks delicious, but this isn't right." I've always assumed major corporations like that were really cautious about this kind of stuff. Pretty bold to trying to sneak 90% of the juice past people. It is almost bizarre to be so misleading about something like this. I'm just saying I'd be more likely to drink the stuff that they never have pushed the melon taste so much I've been honest about it to be in a blend. As per the person who wrote this article, tried some last September when the news broke and thoroughly enjoyed it because the melon taste was present but not overwhelming. And we've all been there where you buy something and you're looking at the carton or the container to make sure it is exactly what it is, you know. And as Bond06 says, no juice can actually have 100% of any of the fruit they advertise. Cost and profit will always be the deciding factors. 100% pure orange juice, you got that. That's kind of pricey in compared to like 100% orange drink or orange juice that comes from frozen concentrated orange juice. By the way, go watch Trading Places. Great movie.
Yeah, there are, some juices like cranberry juice, apple juice, and orange juice, because they are so popular, they do tend to either be 100% or from concentrate. I know that there are a lot of different juices that are basically pear juice. So like 98% of it is pear juice, and then the rest is flavoring of some sort.
Yeah.
So sometimes it is 100% juice. It's just not the juice you're thinking of.
All right, next up, we have something that Mako-chan really, really wants.
I really, really want one of these.
Tentacle earplugs. The fuck?
Yeah, it's yeah, so
I'm going to post a picture of one of them in the chat so that people can see exactly what we're talking about.
So yeah, earplugs are a very necessary thing for being in Japan. You've got a lot of people on your trains, especially if you're going to be in capsule hotels and stuff like that. You definitely want some sort of earplug. Now, there had been at one point, I guess you could say that they were, I guess, quality earplugs. So a bunch of them were made by a glass maker named Genki Hirano. These earplugs are made of glass, and they became a viral sensation earlier in the year. However, due to the independent nature of their production, sale has been limited strictly to the ISO Market Fest, which is a 2-day cultural festival in Chiyoda, Tokyo. That was last May. A second run was sold last autumn at the same Market Fest's online store. Unfortunately, because one, they're glass, and two, it's just, one group making them, they're expensive and you can't really get them easily. However, a capsule toy producer, Ikimon, they also ended up bringing the hit tuna can finger rings. They have stepped in to mass produce these earplugs in a cheaper and more durable material so that everybody can enjoy them. And what these earplugs are? Tentacles. So it looks like there are 6 different sets that you can potentially get. So there is raw octopus, boiled octopus, a small and round deep sea octopus known as mendako, a blue-ringed octopus, a squid arm, and an extra long squid tentacle, which measures about 5.5 inches. So yeah, as I said, you kind of really do need earplugs when you are, in Japan, just because of, the trains and things like that. So they are marketing it with the slogan of Mimi ni Tako, which is a pun on the Japanese word tako, Tako, meaning both octopus and callus, in the figurative sense of getting calluses on your ears from hearing something too much and thus needing earplugs. Basically, it is looking to be a big seller. Because it looks like there are lineups on the online reaction to these earplugs as well. People saying, I want this, I thought they were earrings at first, but this is even better. I don't need earplugs, so how about some earphones like this? Someone make these into wireless earbuds and make them light up. Unfortunately, those who have specific cephalopod preferences will have to face off with Lady Luck at the capsule machine. These are going to be coming out for about 400 yen, which is about $3 a turn. It's also worth noting that as capsule toys, these are more of a novelty good than expertly designed sound blocking tools. So be sure to keep your expectations on that end realistic.
I mean, you're only paying like $4.
Yeah, I mean, you're only paying $3 for it, so it's like, yeah, but at the same time, they're so cool.
Yes, and I think Cianabiri and Omniasyle are like, wait, what? No, yeah. And knowing you, Mako, you'd pay extra to have the tentacles like just wiggle back and forth while you're listening to music.
That would be fun.
Oh god.
That would be fun. So that they would like I don't think that they should vibrate because then that's going to be in your ear, but like if the ends were twitching like a cat's tail to the beat of the music, that would be cool.
Bonzo06 asks, when do we get salmon and shrimp? I don't know about salmon, but a shrimp one be a cool concept.
Yeah, cooked shrimp, so it's just like curling out of your ear.
All right, let's get into.
Yeah, I definitely want a set, and somebody that's going to Japan should really be looking at the capsule toys and seeing if they happen to be there when he's there. Hint, hint. Hint, hint.
Well, I will say this: there are capsule machines here in the States. You can find them in various malls. So maybe we should try looking there because you never know.
Everything that I found in like when I do find a capsule is always something like Naruto or
Demon
Dragon Ball
Slayer.
Z. Yeah, they don't have these fun, cool, weird kinds of things because not for nothing, I would find it hilarious to find one of those, sister love letter thingies.
Oh God!
That just seems like
The
the weirdest thing, and I would love to collect them.
the conservatives will lose their proverbial shit.
It would be hilarious, though. That's really all that matters is how much entertainment I would get from it.
Oh God! You know, listen. God, I swear, Mako-chan, we can't take you anywhere.
Nope.
All right, and for our final story out of Japan, we're going to talk about the Japanese salted plum industry. According to a company's tweet, they're in dire straits, and that's not good. Umeboshi are salted pickled Japanese plums that can usually be found atop a bed of white rice or tucked away in the middle of an onigiri rice bowl. Despite their mouth-puckering sourly taste, they're a staple that's been eaten throughout Japan for centuries, and they're known to have health benefits too. Umeboshi are said to be beneficial in reducing the risk of diabetes as well as reduced blood pressure. They're also said to be good for people watching their weight as they contain a chemical that helps restrict the bloating of fat cells. They're particularly popular amongst the older generation, but research has found that umeboshi has fallen in popularity these days with younger people. Even more troubling for the industry, however, is the recent tweet from Bajuin. They are an umeboshi wholesale company that was founded back in 1911. They posted to their Twitter account and suggested that it's not just young people that aren't eating as much umeboshi these days. They basically say, everyone, are you aware of the current situation in the umeboshi industry? The annual consumption of umeboshi last year was approximately 663 grams per household. Saying 663 grams might be a little hard for you to visualize. So in simple terms, umeboshi warehouses are packed with them with nowhere to go. If the situation continues, many umeboshi businesses will go out of business, including ours. 663 grams is about 1.5 pounds. It's about the weight of a standard basketball, meaning that the average Japanese household ate roughly a basketball's worth of umeboshi over the year. Granted, umeboshi are significantly smaller than basketballs and harder to dribble, so it'll still be a little bit tricky to visualize. So, let's see. Let me see if I can grab this picture right here. All right, so in this picture is umeboshi. Now, for those of you who are listening to the show, think of umeboshi as let's see. They're about the size, I'd say, a strawberry. Yeah. Think of it about the size of your average strawberry. So 1.5 pounds would be about 25 strawberries. That's basically 1.5 pounds. And that's the average. And Bonzable 6 says a large gumball. Yeah, a large gumball too. That would also work. According to a survey by the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications, umeboshi spending peaked about 20 years ago, when the average household was buying over 1,000 grams a year. In 2009, that plummeted to 658 grams. So I would say that people used to buy maybe 2 pounds of it. Now it's 1.5 pounds. Take. While the cause for umeboshi say decreased popularity isn't clear, Bajuin are considering a number of potential reasons. Aside from the fact that umeboshi doesn't seem to appeal to younger generation, many older people have been putting off buying it due to the recent price increase, which came as a result of a poor harvest back in 2020. People are also eating less rice than before, which is a traditional accompaniment to umeboshi. Japanese netizens shared their thoughts about why people aren't buying it these days as well. I love umeboshi, but they're too expensive for me, so I don't buy them. I've stopped eating umeboshi since I started living alone. The umeboshi my late grandma made are the best. I can't eat any other kind. I'll happily eat umeboshi if it's in a bento, but I never purposely go out of my way to buy any when I'm food shopping. But it's not all doom and gloom, though. As Bajuma's tweet went viral with currently over 10 million views and almost 30,000 retweets, a representative from the company said in an interview with JCast News that after the tweet went viral, they received a month's worth of orders in just a day, so there's hope for Bajuing and the umeboshi industry yet. I think that's kind of cool. Given the time, shall we go ahead and wrap up the show?
Yeah.
I think that will be great. So let me go back one. All right, I went up a little bit too far on the main line. There we go. Let's go ahead and wrap up the show. And there we go. So if you like this episode, tell a friend. The editor will tell another friend, and so on and so forth. We're independent bloggers, independent podcasters. We do this for the fun of it. So what we like and don't like, we're straight up telling you. So if you have any questions about the show, drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Again, that is podcast@animejamsession.com. We're here to believe you. Don't forget to visit our website at animejamsession.com, where you will find our weekly podcast, links to our YouTube page of convention videos and coverage, links to our Facebook page of cosplay coverage and photos, cosplayer interviews on our website, cosplay tips and tricks, editorials, anime reviews, and a whole lot more at animejamsession.com. And don't forget, you can download our podcast with any app that supports it, like Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and so forth. Check out all of our older episodes and see how we've come along. And what's great is that these apps allow you to leave reviews, so if you can, leave us a review. We greatly appreciate that. And don't forget to follow us on our socials, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. It's all Anime Jam Session. YouTube for our convention videos, Twitter for when we're going live, articles are going up, Facebook for when we're going live, articles are going up, and cosplay photos. And don't forget our tip jar. If you're watching live on Twitch, down below there's a link to our Stream Elements and Ko-Fi pages where you can throw cash at us if you like. If you want, you can throw us bits. We had a hype train earlier on in the show, and that was great. And channel subscriptions as well. We had an anonymous person gifting subs earlier tonight, and that was really great, and we really appreciate that. So now we're gonna go around the room. Last words, Mako-chan.
I am very tired, but I'm looking forward to Saturday because we're going to get hibachi.
Oh, that is nice, you lucky thing, you. It's been a while since I've had hibachi, but I've always had to order it and have it delivered. It's been a while since I've actually sat down in a restaurant. My last words, I really should clean some of this stuff up, but I never got a chance to, but we'll figure it out. Anywho, that is it. End of list. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. Mako will be here. Ari will be here. It'll be great. It'll be fun. So we hope you tune in and join us next week. So, I'm Ranma.
And I am Mako-chan.
Great fight. Great night. See you next week.
Night.
Say goodnight, Mako-chan.
Good night, Mako-chan.
Awesome. Perfect. We will see you all next week.
This podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressed on this show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it. For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!